the Ninja 1000 has an H7 bulb socket, but it has an H4 plug coming from the wiring harness. No idea why. So with the factory setup, you have halogen bulbs with a little bulb adapter on the bottom that converts H7 to H4. So this bulb I found on eBay is really nice because it has its long threaded portion, it has a spacer that's threaded, a heatsink that's threaded, and a separate driver. So what I can do with this is I can put the spacer on here so that it lines up with the plate. Put the threaded spacer on. Then I would put it in the housing, clamp the clamp down, then everything's in there and everything's in there solid. So then we can put the boot on the bulb. The boot fits over this, although this is upside down. You want those drain holes to be down. And then I can put the heatsink on the outside, which will still keep it cool. Then you plug the driver in and you plug this into the socket. The problem with using a bulb like this is that there's no room for that spacer in here. So if I put this bulb in, it will technically fit, and I can maybe get the clip around this heatsink, but the clip won't have enough force to hold it down there because it needs this extra gap to be filled with a spacer that's the same shape as the edge of this. So the issue is the clip may be able to clear the heatsink, but there's no additional washer or spacer so that that clip can actually hold enough pressure to keep the bulb from flopping around in the housing. So I'm going to have to return this bulb. Now, just to demonstrate a little more specifically what I'm talking about, I'll take this LED bulb and put it into the socket without the spacer, and you'll see that when I put this clip on and secure it, it still moves around a lot in the socket because this upper part here, which is kind of difficult to see, is not putting enough tension on it to keep it pushed into the housing. So what you do is you got one of those little spacers, bulb holders, you put it on there, put your spacer on there so it lines up and it makes sense. Put it in the bulb holder, clip it down, and that bulb's not going anywhere. Your threaded spacer will attach here. Now we have a nice long tube. We can put the rubber boot on, making sure the drain holes are pointing down, and then we can slip the heatsink on the outside. The bulb's installed now. Now all we have to do is figure out this plug situation. With the driver style, it's easy because it comes with a special plug that fits into the bulb, and it comes with these little blade connectors that just get poked into the connector here, and that's all you have to do. I used adhesive and some zip ties to fasten this driver to this fairing support.